Hey everyone, it's Dr. Jocelyn Conley, pelvic floor physical therapist, and in this video I'm going to go over the hip thrust. The hip thrust is an exercise that I pair either while getting a person ready to deadlift or just as an accessory exercise for the deadlift. In the video prior to this, I showed you the hip bridge. So this is similar to that, except we changed the angles just a little bit and we can train this movement with somewhat of a different intent and with different equipment. So what you'll need is a surface that you can lean on, like I'm gonna show you. And it could be the height of a standard bench, or it could be a couch, an ottoman, somewhere that is like around just below knee level. I'm using a cooler. This is the best thing I could find around here with where I'm videoing. And there is about 100 pounds in here, so it doesn't move, plus it's rested against something behind it. Biggest thing is make sure whatever you're doing, you do it safely and it's not gonna move. This is a little high for me, so I have a weight here to just help me get into the optimal position. What I recommend is to watch this video for one time and then go back and try it, pausing as needed as you go along. So you're gonna sit back. The bottom of your shoulder blades are gonna be on the surface that you are leaning against. Then, like if I were to have a barbell here, my barbell would be over my thighs and I could bend my hips and I'd be holding on to the barbell. From here, I'm gonna lift my hips like this. So my spine stays in neutral the whole time. My ribs are stacked, but I'm not rounded. Press my heels down, feet stay flat, glutes squeeze, hips raise. And then I control down. The weight underneath me helps me get into my shoulder blade position. So if I'm too low, and let me try this out. That's actually not too bad. I could do this. The biggest thing is you're not going too high, creating a back bend angle between the ribs, kink of this thoracic lumbar and a kink lumbar and sacrum. You don't want to do that. Stay neutral the whole time, ribs stay stacked, glutes squeeze, hold, and then you come back down. So what I typically do is I'll have a standard barbell, hold on, and as you become more experienced with hip thrusting, with whatever it is, I could have put a plate, I could have put on a ball, your hip thrust will be likely heavier than your deadlift. Where you'll feel that will be your glutes. You might feel it in your lower back a little bit, and you might feel a stretch in the front of your thighs. You don't want to feel uncomfortable pressure in any of the transition points in your spine. I love this movement, but it is a more technically challenging movement than the bridge. But it's great, especially for pregnant women, because they don't have to lay on their back. But their belly can get in the way. So changing your hip position so it matches whatever deadlift you want to train is ideal. I actually like this better than deadlifting for women that are in the second and third trimester, just because it's less loading through their spine. How I train this movement is I will do like 5 sets of 5, I'll do 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 8, 6 sets of 3, 10 sets of 2, depending on what my goal is. So whatever your goal is, if you're trying to build strength or if you're trying to build endurance, your rep schemes will change depending on your goal.